So many of you patients have asked about what my experience was with Elizabeth Yarnell and what it entailed and what my diet's been like. So this is my video blog about it, and I wanted to give you some details, what it all entailed and what it took and what you could, the experience was like. So what I decided to do was, after patient day last year, I decided to give Elizabeth a call, and I gave her a call here. She actually lives here in Denver, Colorado, where I live. She lives about an hour away. So I called her, and we had about an hour consultation, and I told her about my symptoms and kind of what my diet was like and how I felt, and she was kind of really opened up my eyes, and she was telling me about, I'm kind of eating the wrong things and how this nutrition program would totally change the way I felt, and that to really think about it, and that she recommend what she does is that she draws your blood, and it's a food sensitivity test. It's like a food allergy test. It's an MRT, food sensitivity report. It gets sent away to a special lab, and then also a thing she also recommended was a urinalysis collection for 24 hours. That also gets sent away to a special lab. And and then another thing she recommended was a parasite cleanse for 20 days. She said a lot of autoimmune suppressed patients usually have parasites that they have inside them, and of course, a lot of parasites you can't see with the human eye, so it's a very easy cleanse. And she said, she recommends you do that before you start the diet program. So I gave it some thought, and within a couple of weeks I contacted her, and I told her I really was eager and I wanted to start the program because I was at the heaviest weight I've ever been since I've been diagnosed, and I needed to make a lifestyle change, a very big lifestyle change. So I signed up, and I signed up for the blood drawn, the urinalysis, and the parasite cleanse. So when you go onto her website, elizabethyarnell.com, you pick out in the store what you want, and you can either have it shipped or you can pick it up from her home. And in my case, it's very convenient for me. I can just go pick it up. So I went to her house, picked it up, read the directions, what I needed to do. So the first thing I had to do was I had to do the parasite cleanse before I could do the blood drawn and the urinalysis. I had to do the the parasite cleanse for a couple of weeks before I could get those two things done. So I did those for a couple weeks, and then I had to go to a special place to get my blood drawn. There's not every place where you can get your blood drawn will do this test. Since it's a special test and you have your own kit, you have to look on the internet, and she also gives you a special sheet that will tell you where you can get your blood drawn. So I had that done, and then the urinalysis was fine. I just stayed home that day, collected my own urine, and then got that sent off. So it takes about a week to get all your results, and then the process really is interesting, and it's actually kind of overwhelming. She will let you know that she receives your results, and you will schedule a time to talk with her. My first phone call with her was probably about, I want to say, about 2.5 hours long. It was intense. And what she does is she sends you this big old binder of information of your reports that she received and of all the information she's going to help you go over and understand of everything you can and cannot eat. So there is a ton of information in here, and I can't share everything with you because it would take forever. But it has so much information, and she's very good about going over everything with you. But what I wanted to share with you guys was my test reaction levels for blood of the food allergies that I cannot eat. And that was really interesting. So here's my graph, and it was mind-blowing. So it's very, and I'm gonna post pictures of this so everybody can see this in better detail. So what I learned is everything in green is good for you, that you can tolerate. Everything in yellow, it depends how far on the chart you can eat. If it's way off the chart, then no, you can't. Red is absolutely no. So they go down to the food sensitivity, and the blood test is really interesting. They go so down depth into it about is chemicals. So you're talking about aspartame, food colors, some stuff I can't even pronounce. I can't even talk. Look at that. So dairy, flavor enhancers, grains, vegetables, fruits, seafood, meat, poultry, miscellaneous, beans, nuts, and legumes. So the big one for me was fruits, blueberries, and cranberries. Had no idea I could not eat those. And let me tell you, I drank cranberry juice almost every day of my life. And no wonder I felt like crap, because I was drinking it every day, like on an everyday basis. And rice was a high reaction level for me. I ate rice a ton because I love rice and I love sushi. So of course, who can't have, sushi without rice, so that doesn't make any sense. And another thing was pork. And we eat a lot of pork in this house. And so that was one of the hard things to give up. And cashews, I love cashews. For a nut, that was probably one of my favorite nuts. And another big thing for me was caffeine. I know, that was the biggest one, was caffeine. I couldn't believe it. And another big one was cinnamon. I am the biggest cinnamon fan. That was probably one of my favorite things. And for chemicals, yellow food coloring, number 5 and number 6. Lecithin, polysorbate number 80, and all of these in this binder have definitions what these chemicals are. So you better understand what the chemicals are and where you can find them. And Elizabeth is very good to help you understand where to find these into. So, because you're overwhelmed with so much of this information, you don't even know where to start. So this helps you, the guide helps you where to find these things and what they're in and the definition of it. So that is a big thing. So the blood test is a huge thing. If you're gonna do anything, that is the biggest thing you need to get done in Elizabeth's program. Now, the urine analysis, this is not like a big thing. I'm gonna just, I'm gonna just lightly go over it. It's just a simple test. It's kind of hard to understand. Elizabeth will go into more detail with you about it. My big thing is that we found out is my digestive system was really slow, and I processed vitamin C. The way I was taking vitamin C, let me put it this way, wasn't the proper vitamin C I was taking. I needed to take it a different way. So she helped me get on certain enzymes, which I get from her, and it's made a world of a difference. So that's another thing she'll help you do if you need to get on supplements, is she helps you get through that. Another thing with Elizabeth's program before you start too is she has you fill out a symptom survey to let you know, and she knows what your symptoms are like. So she has a better idea of what she's dealing with, and she puts it on file, and you know, when you guys talk every couple weeks or every month, she has an idea how you're feeling. Also, with your, when you do your diet, you also, and I'll get to my diet, is food avoidance form. When they tailor your diet, you fill out this form and you put what foods you like so they can tailor your diet accordingly. So that helps. Now, the diet. This is the interesting part. So, the first 2 weeks is not fun, I'm gonna tell you.